This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famers, Mike Van Diest, joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome to Monday. Happy Monday. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle. It is your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Lots to talk about today on the show on this Monday. We'll recap the weekend. Your Auto Contest Performance of the Week is coming up. If you want to get your nominees in, you can. You can watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. We are heard by tens of thousands of people every day, which is pretty awesome. So appreciate everybody's support. And you can also check us out on Twitter at JWalkerSports if you want to weigh in on anything you saw over the weekend in the state of Montana, sports-wise, or just anything. You can also call in or text 406-209-1267. This opening segment of the Jason Walker Show brought to you by our good friends at Montana Custom Log Homes. You know, I've been talking about Montana Custom Log Home for a while. They are the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions. So you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. The milled log package with logs of consistent diameter and great versatility, beauty and strength. You can contrast that with the handcrafted division. Each log individually crafted together to create your walls, trusses, and all the extra details. Or you can go with timber frame construction and accents. Everything from mortise and tenon joinery to steel joinery and every combination in between. Every house customized to you and made to order. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com. Montana Custom Log Homes. Great friends there. We start today with, once again, a reminder, Luke Denherder, a great friend of the show and a fantastic young man, is battling cancer for the 4th time in his short life. And we are always willing to help out and do what we can with Luke. And there's a GoFundMe page up on our page as well. You can check it out there. You can also go to Luke's Facebook page, Luke Denherder. But there will be lots of great fundraisers coming up, including at Buffalo Wild Wings, I believe, in 2 weeks. I'll get the exact date. But if you can help out with Luke, just go to Facebook, Luke Denherder, or our page, The Jason Walker Show, and check out the GoFundMe page. So there you go. All right. I'm sure there's some people on the Twitter waiting to see what I have to say about this. So let's just hop into it, shall we? Oh, by the way, we're going to talk to Guy Almquist coming up about his team's big win in Crosstown. Bruins 8-0 on the season, number 1 in the state, and they have a very, very good chance of getting a couple of wins this weekend, too, at Butte, hosting Sentinel. We'll talk to Coach Almquist coming up a little bit later on here in the show. All right, so yesterday on the Twitter, last night, I just tweeted out, hey, when is, or it's always a good day when, or a good weekend, I guess. I don't even remember the exact tweet, but when both Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady lose on the same day. Because, you know, it was a great weekend of NFL football. I'm not a fan of the NFL, but I can't deny how good the weekend was. I mean, all 4 came down to last plays. 3 of them won by kickers. Are you kidding me? And 3 road teams got the win, thanks to 3 kickers. So, dude tweets back. He used to be a friend of the show, Anthony Knockreiner, down in Florida. He used to be up in Kalispell. But now he was like, who do you root for again? And I was like, what? That doesn't even matter. But it turned into just a big deal. And, yeah. So he's, according to, what did he say? He got rid of a snake, a narcissistic snake. And nobody in Montana likes me. which is why I was a finalist again for Sportscaster of the Year. I got 2 of those awards, by the way. I don't think he has any. It was just a big, big thing. In a game, in life, right? Football, if you're just a fan, I mean, it's short for fanatic, I get it. But if you're just a fan of a sports team, college, pro, whatever, is it the end of the world? Is it really the end of your life if your team loses? I mean, seriously. Is it that big of a deal? Like, dude, I like the Dallas Cowboys. I root for the Cowboys. Do I expect them to win every year? Nope. You know why? Because they don't. I'm a fan of the New York Mets. Have they won since 1986? Nope. But did my world end when they lost in 2015 in the World Series to Kansas City? Nope. I root for the Cats. Did my world come to an end when they lost to the Grizz this year? Nope. Guess what? I woke up, the sun shining, kept breathing the next day. Did I mean, seriously, it's not, fandom is out of control. And it's ridiculous. If you can't handle your professional football team losing, then I got nothing for you. Grow up, maybe? But, yeah. So we won't expect the Knock to be on the show anytime soon, which is fine. His loss. Got a little personal. He called me an asshole, which was fantastic. What did he say? Oh, I'm arrogant too. So, who thinks he has talent, nobody in Montana can stand. So, that's what was said about me. At least I'm self-deprecating enough to understand I can make fun of myself. But some people can't, and it's sad. So, youngins, that's what they are. Young kids thinking they're all that and then some. What did I say one time about a basketball player? They thought they were all that in a bag of chips, but they stopped selling that brand of chips a few years ago. Yeah, that's right. So much fun. All right, what else did we see that we wanted? Oh, by the way, one final thing. At least I stuck up for myself personally and professionally and didn't brown nose my way through. If I get fired, I get fired. And if you haven't been fired in media a couple of times, you're not doing it right. So there you go. Speaking of not doing things right, when is a good time to compare a basketball team full of great young women to Antifa? The answer? Never. Mark Martello is out. He's been removed from the MSU women's basketball play-by-play job after saying, how did he say it? It was not exactly great. Here comes I thought I had it. Anyway, he basically said, he compared Portland State's women's basketball team to Antifa. And it's not good. Not good. You don't do that at all. So that's unprofessional. So here's what he said. Portland can get away, quote, Portland can get away with whatever they want to get away with. Portland's like Antifa after a riot. They might go to jail, but they get out right away, end quote. Also made a reference to Portland being like the south side of Chicago. So that's not good. So he's let go. Well, he's at least suspended the rest of the year, apparently. MSU released a statement earlier today. Zach Mackey, the voice of the Bobcat men and women, or football team, Bobcat men's basketball and football, will be behind the mic for tonight's Cats Lady Grizz game, replacing Mark Martello, who's been removed from Montana State's radio broadcast team. This decision made by MSU Athletics longtime multimedia rights holder Learfield, Bobcat Sports property for the remainder of the 22 season. Play-by-play responsibilities for women's basketball will be handled by Tom Schultz, MSU's Director of Athletic Communication for women's basketball. Tom's a great dude. But yeah, I mean, you get political on like this show, but guess what? It's a talk show. You can't really do that in a basketball game. Man, that was not good there, Mark. So Mark Martello gone. If MSU's looking for somebody to fill in the rest of the year, I know a guy who has actually done MSU women's basketball games in the past. So there's that. There was some great news, though. I love this. I saw a column, was it yesterday? Bill Speltz, the great writer over at the Missoulian, had a fantastic idea. And it's basically how, it's long overdue, by the way, that the University of Montana needs to immediately name its basketball floor at Dahlberg Arena, Selvig Court. And I'm surprised and shocked it hasn't happened before. I mean, you've got the Summit at Tennessee, named after Pat Summit, who was fantastic and had a lot of respect for Robin Selvig. And Speltz writing the column this weekend that he was looking at Billy Donovan Court down in Florida. Well, Selvig had 31 20-win seasons when he retired, ranks in the top 10 still of women's basketball coaches, 865 victories. He also needs to be in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, but that's, like Spelt said, we'll save that for another day. We've advocated and lobbied for that here on this show for 3 years now. 24 conference titles, 21 NCAA tournament appearances, and 21 times he was the coach of the year. So, yeah, this needs to happen. University of Montana. Robin Selvig is still one of the classiest and most amazing guys in the world of women's basketball. And the Selvig Court at Dahlberg Arena sounds awesome. It absolutely needs to happen. It should have happened the year he retired. Like, literally. That first game they should have made at Selvig Court. But this needs to happen. And I'll lobby and advocate for it until it happens. Bill Speltz with a great idea. There's a lot of ways to honor Robin Selvig, but that would be even more fantastic too. Love it. Selvig Court at Dahlberg Arena. Make it happen, U of M. Let's do this. I think we can we start a hashtag, right? Hashtag Selvig Court. I love it. Brilliant idea that absolutely needs to happen. All right, before we get to Guy Almquist, let's do some Auto Contest Performance of the Week nominees. There was some good performances over the weekend and last week as well. Obviously, with a lot of wrestling going on, the BC Duels won by Jefferson, which is pretty amazing. Awesomeness. Flathead High won the Class AA Duels up at Great Falls, outpacing Senior 43-18. And the Class A Duels at Lewistown, Frenchtown got past Sydney handily, 45-23. So there's some good ones. Let's go back to Thursday night and some great performances as well on the court. Maddie Gilder, Corvallis, 32. Ellie Baxter, Thompson Falls. Hardin's Camber Goodluck put up 29. Dalton Pileski, Miles City, 26. Connor Kernow at Dillon, 25, along with Bridgers' Jace Weimer. And that was just on Thursday, some good stuff. Friday, looking at some high scorers. Let me guess, Damon Grovant's probably going to be up there. We'll check. 42 for Taylor Harris of Lockwood. Emmy Collins of West continuing a great season, 38. Tyler Harrington of Jefferson with 34. Walker Doman, Winnigrass Range, stand out with 32. Drea Wacker, great to see her back, 31 for Millstone on Friday night. Saturday, some of the high scores included Let's see here. Journey Emerson had 49 for Lame Deer. Wacker again from Millstone, 37. Walker Doman again with 34 for Winningest Range. How about Caitlin Grossman, Billings West, 32 plus the game winner. Seth Bailey of Joliet, 30. Peyton Levine, 29 of Augusta. Just some of the high scores. Ava Belich, Manhattan Christian, 23. Speaking of the Belich family, pretty good performance put up by Montana Tech's Caleb Belich the other day down in Butte. I was down on Saturday calling games with Rocky Erickson for SWX Montana. And the Carroll women looked really good. Tech's women's defense played outstanding, but too much Carroll College and too much Danny Wagner, which she finished with 26, I think. She had 4 3-pointers. And then on the men's game, Montana Tech just put it to Carroll. Carroll wasn't even in the game. Jovan Slavanchinen put up 26 and basically did it on his own. He had 19 points and 9 rebounds at the half and was kind of shut down in the second half, but he had no help from Carroll's other players out there offensively. Sindhu Diallo had a big game. I think he led the way with 19. And cramps. He had a couple of cramps, which he had a dunk. Oh my goodness. Diallo, by the way, the Frontier Player of the Week, along with Emily Maldonado up at Providence. Diallo had a dunk. He went baseline two-handed, was pretty impressive. Belich had a nice dunk, but Sindhu Diallo's was unbelievable. Let's see. Oh, Capitol High Cheer Squad had a great performance Thursday. Thanks, Sue. I heard it. I saw it. I saw all the highlights. And I know they did. It was pretty cool to watch in Crosstown. Lots of Crosstown too. Helena High girls with a big win in Crosstown as they hit a bunch of threes. Avery Kraft led the way in that one, and Helena High snapped a long losing streak to Capital with a big win on Thursday night, shooting 52% from three-point line. We'll talk to Katie Garson Forward tomorrow about it. But it's the first win for the Bengals in Crosstown since the 2018-19 season. It's a lot. Speaking of which, Montana Tech men ended a long streak. They had lost the last 4 to the Carroll men, including 18 of the last 23. But they got the big win on Saturday, like we said. So there's some nominees. If you want to weigh in with yours, you can. And how about the Bobcat women? A couple of big wins over the weekend, too, with and the men, but with Cola Bad Bear and the Wear Red game with in support of and really bringing awareness to murdered and missing Indigenous women in Montana. So that was an emotional game, and Cola led the way. She's just unbelievable as a person and a player, but more as a person. Love watching her play in high school, now in college too. So, great stuff. Let's see here. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. When we return, Guy Almquist will join us. We'll talk Capital boys basketball. Big win in Crosstown Friday night, plus the Balance Attack. And they've got 2 big games this week at Butte and also hosting Sentinel. Quick turnaround for both. We'll talk to him coming up. Also on this day in history is on the way. The walk-off, much more, and the Auto Contest Performance of the Week, too. If you want to weigh in, you can anytime at Jay Walker Sports on the Twitter. You can also get a hold of us on the phone, if you so choose, 209-1267. And we missed, we sometimes miss a lot of great performances from across the state, so anytime you weigh in, you can. There's a great article, by the way, before we go to break. George Geis, 406mtsports.com. Great article about Fairfield's 120-game win streak that ended back in 2015. That was a pretty impressive streak. Here you go. Here's another nomination. Carson Derosier is now the all-time winningest wrestler at Capitol High, 124-7, and he's won his last 43 matches. That's cool. And it doesn't feel like he's lost 7 times, but 124-7. And, of course, he lost a lot with COVID, chances to win tournaments and more. But 2-time state champ, or he's won twice, a freshman and junior year, probably going to win his senior year. So Carson Derosier up there on our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week nominees as well. So let's see here. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back. When we return, Guy Almquist will join us. And much more still to come here on the Jason Walker Show. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle. It's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. News about Thursday coming up, too. Hang on, Jason Walker Show. This opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com. 15-plus different floor plans from 700 square feet on up to 30,000 and more. Check them out, Montana Custom Log Homes, yourcustomlog.com. Coming right back, Guy Almquist next.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Monday. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Had a great time down in Butte covering basketball with SWX, Montana, SWX in Spokane. Always a fun time. We called the games with Rocky Erickson. Thursday, I'll be up in Great Falls calling Providence and Tech. A couple of great basketball games can be played there. So that'll be Thursday on SWX, and no show Thursday because we'll be in Great Falls covering basketball and announcing basketball because I get to do that. People respect the job I do. By the way, Speaking of respect, huge respect for Kyle Sampson down at Montana Tech. It took about a year, but we finally got our helmet because I was there on Saturday in Butte. It's kind of got a glare on us. We'll fix the glare, but it's over here on by the Western Championship, National Championship banner. But we got the Montana Tech or Digger helmet now on display here in the studio. I believe that is all. We're missing Western. Still waiting on Ryan Norse, head coach at Western, to get me a football helmet. Otherwise, we'll have all of the ones from Montana as far as the frontier schools. We've got a Carroll one back here, the old school Carroll one, all the gold in California. Northern Rocky Tech, so still working on the ones from out of state. By the way, I talked to Jerome Sowers over the weekend, MSU Northern football coach. He had to reschedule last week. We're working on a time that works best for him since he's actually working back and forth, getting from Ashland, Medford area to Havre. And so we'll get Coach Sowers on. Looking forward to working with him. He's going to announce a big hire coming up as well. He told me I can't break the news yet, but he told me who it is, and it's a fantastic, fantastic hire. That's hopefully going to help change the culture up there at MSU Northern. That'll be awesome. Speaking of culture, there is great culture and championship pedigree at Capitol High School. A lot of the different sports. And joining us now to talk about one of those teams, won a state championship back in 2014 with the Bruins. He's been the head coach there for, well, about quite a long time. I believe it's in 16 years now. His name is Guy Almquist. He joins us every Monday on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. We check in now and talk to Coach about the big win over Helena High. Look ahead to short turnaround, Butte tomorrow and Sentinel on Thursday. And he joins us now here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach, coming off an exciting football weekend, I know, but just one basketball game for you guys last week and a big win as you get the Crosstown win over Helena High pretty handily. Give me your thoughts on it after rewatching it again.
Yeah, I thought the kids played great. In a lot of ways, maybe our best performance to date. Really showing some progress in some key areas. You know, I thought from a defensive standpoint, we did a good job making them uncomfortable with great energy, great activity with our hands. And then when they did shoot, we just probably our best effort rebounding. Did a great job in checking off. And of course, that could lead to transition buckets. So offensively, we were very balanced. I thought Braden got us off to a nice start, but we were very balanced after that, which is when we're at our best. And overall, a great performance by our kids.
You mentioned the rebounding. I think it was 33-17 advantage, and also 9 offensive rebounds, which turns into points, which is a big deal, I know.
It is, and really a lot of times that's an indication of effort. And I thought we had a lot of kids really come in and show great effort. And yeah, those second chance opportunities, they turn into points, they turn into fouls on the defense. Just big momentum plays for us. And then, again, on our end, we didn't allow one offensive rebound the entire second half. And when you're doing a good job defensively and you're only giving up that one tough shot, it goes a long way.
Yeah, definitely. Talking with Guy Almquist, Capital Boys coach. You mentioned the balance. We know about Braden, but Nick Michelotti comes in with 12 points. Hayden Opitz, almost a double-double. And then Hudson Grovum coming off the bench and getting some big points. And you mentioned a couple of times this year to me that he was going to have a game or two, and it's come about to where he's shooting the ball well when he gets his chance.
Absolutely. I think you're going to continue to see that too. He had, I don't know if we'll always be able to rely on 10 points from him, but he's going to come in, and like I said, the way teams play us defensively and where they help from, he's someone we can put in that spot and make him pay with someone who can really shoot the three-pointer. So I love how he stays ready. He knows his role, and yeah, when he goes in there, he's ready to shoot it, and like I said, really make the defensive help pay. And then Jacob Curry added 9, so just a lot of guys scoring, and Braden, like I said, he got us going early, but in the second half he played more of a facilitator, and that's when we really took off.
We've talked about Hayden Opitz, but tell me about Luke Doughty. It's just another Doughty coming through the ranks over there at Capitol. But what impressed me reading the article was how you talked about, him diving on the floor and keeping, possessions alive and things like that, and also taking 2 charges. So what is it about Luke's game that you like really at this point?
I love the passion he's playing with. I love the fact that he knows he has a role. He's embracing it. He's giving max effort. And that's, you hope that for any kid in your program. That's sort of the goal. But Luke is really bringing it. And he's gotten a lot better defensively, too. He's someone who's 6'5" and has some length, and we've really asked him to guard the perimeter a decent amount this year. He's gotten much better in that regard. And just 7 rebounds off the bench, take 2 charges, that's making an impact. And he's not always the one who scores a lot for us, although he is a capable scorer. But he just brought a lot of energy, a lot of passion off the bench, and really, when he came in, gave us a lift, huge lift.
So a lot like Michaela when she played, just diving around, lots of bruises, and getting the job done.
Yeah. And, if he continues to play like that, he's just someone like that, it's hard to take out of the game.
Yeah, exactly. You earn your spot. Guy Almquist, our guest, Jason Walker Show, Capital Boys coach on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. 2 games this week on the road. You're at Butte tomorrow night. Tell me about the Bulldogs.
Well, first, we've had a lot of home cooking here recently, and so we need to show a little maturity, show that we can go on the road and play good basketball on short turnaround, so we were able to enjoy our last game of the weekend, and now it's down to business. Watch film on Sunday, get after practice on Monday, and take the jaunt down there. They're a team that scores a lot of points. They've been in the 70s multiple times this year, look to push tempo, have a big guy inside. It's really tough to stop, and a bunch of athletic guards around them. So they score a lot of points. They've given up some points too. So it'll be an interesting ball game, and Coach Lucky does a good job with them. And so, again, to go on the road on a Tuesday night, that's kind of the next test here for us.
What's really cool, though, is you get to play at the Civic Center, which is one of the best gyms in the state of Montana, I think.
Certainly. No, I would say it's, for me, it's maybe at the top. So it's a great venue, and kids are looking forward to it.
Guy Almquist, our guest here, Jason Walker Show, and then you come back home Thursday. You get Sentinel at home, the Spartans. This is traditionally, a team that's it's going to play tough, right?
Yep. No, they're going to be a tough outfit. They graduate a lot of guys certainly, but they've got a lot of seniors, a lot of guys who played on a couple state championship football teams. So they know how to win. They're competitive. They're going to be physical for sure. I think early on the season they've been a little up and down, but we know we're going to get their best shot, no question. So, and again, just as we get in here to about halfway through the conference season, every game is critical. So we've got to, again, road game on a Tuesday, come back, get a practice in, be ready to go Thursday, and give it a good effort.
We talk a lot with athletes that are winners, like Sentinel, kids that play football and won a couple of state titles. How does that translate over onto a basketball floor? I mean, it's a completely different sport, but they still, you hear that phrase, they're winners. They get the job done any way they can. So how does that translate?
Yeah, I think, mindset matters. Mindset matters for sure. And that, if you're an athlete, you're a competitor, it doesn't matter if you're playing basketball game, you're playing a football game, or you're playing checkers. You hate to lose, and so you're willing to do whatever it takes to be on the right side of that. So there are certainly groups of athletes that have that mindset more than others, and I think when you look at Sentinel right now, they have that. I know, at Capital, we strive for that all the time, always have since I've been there coaching between all the programs, boys, girls, everything. And I think if you do get that mindset and that's an expectation, it helps you, and it helps you maybe play at a little higher level than maybe what the expectation of most would be. So I think they certainly have that right now, and we got to be ready for that.
Speaking of football, how exciting was divisional weekend in the NFL?
That's pretty wild. That was pretty crazy. Just after you get done with the first 3 games, you think, well, the next game can't be better than that. Right. All of a sudden you have what might be the greatest game in NFL history in terms of excitement. So kind of amazing to me how good the quarterback play can be in the NFL. That's what sets everything apart. A lot of good ones out there. And, I didn't have a dog in the fight because my Cowboys usually make sure they get out of the postseason pretty early. So I just got to sit back and enjoy it.
Well, I saw some stat that, was it Josh Allen's won twice as many playoff games as Dak Prescott has, which is 0.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Jason.
Hey, I'm a Cowboys fan too. I'm right there with you.
There's probably quite a few people that have won as many or more than the Cowboys in general. I did see that Tom Brady had won as many playoff games as the Dallas Cowboy franchise, which that set me back a second just thinking about that. But NFL. There's a lot of good theater in NFL, no question.
But it's basketball still the favorite sport for you?
To watch, it's pretty even. At times, I like watching football a little better. I just wasn't. I was just very average in football, so I had to take the basketball route. But well, I like to watch both quite a bit.
It worked out for you taking that basketball route. I mean, come on.
It did. I don't think going that other direction was going to get me too far. At least that was the opinion of most of my football coaches. So
there you go. Hey, good luck tomorrow. Hey, I didn't play either one in high school, and I didn't take a baseball route either. That was the one sport. I chose to use the voice, which scares the heck out of me sometimes. But anyway, good luck tomorrow. Have fun on the road trip down to Butte. I was just there over the weekend, watched some great basketball between Tech and Carroll, and it's going to be another good one between the Bruins and the Dogs tomorrow night for sure.
You bet. Ready to get back at it.
It is Guy Almquist joining us on the Jason Walker Show. Thanks to the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. Mike understands it. Get a hold of Mike today at Mike Miller State Farm in Helena. So, it should be a good one tomorrow. Dogs hosting Capital at the Civic Center, which is, it's funny because Rocky Erickson and I were talking about it. We were in Butte over the weekend, as I mentioned, and we were at the Hyper Complex on the campus of Tech, but we were talking about on some great, basketball facilities, and the Civic Center is maybe one of the best. I called my first state championship there, tournament back in 1998, back for the girls in November when girls basketball was still in the fall. That was a fun tournament. And then the Bozeman Hawks won it, and then the Bozeman Hawks boys team won state tournament that year in 99 at the Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. But the Civic Center is just, it's the best, I think. And you can ask coaches. We asked them last year, and I think most of them agreed the Civic Center was maybe the favorite. When you look at it, the crowd's right on top of you. And, I've seen great concerts in there. Johnny Rivers back in the late 80s was fun. But the basketball tournaments, they used to have rodeo there with the Northern Rodeo Finals. But fantastic facility and really, really good hospitality food for media during state tournaments, which is what we all strive for, is great hospitality rooms. So, all right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. When we return, your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, your On This Day in History, and much more still to come. This segment brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Got a chance to, we call them sleepy sleeps. I took a nap with the little one yesterday before we went to golf league. And it's a comfortable bed that we got at Ruckers Furniture. I love it, and she loves it, which is even more fantastic because it's her bed, but it's really comfortable. And it's a great, great bed at Ruckers Furniture. And they delivered, set it up, fantastic. Highly recommend them. And not just because they're a sponsor, but because they're good friends. Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. All right, we're coming back. Jason Walker Show, final segment, last call for Auto Concepts Performance of the Week nominees, and much more still to come here. Jason Walker Show, hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Ruckers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Ruckers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Listen to The Jason Walker Show anytime and anywhere. Download The Jason Walker Show on iTunes, Google Play, or wherever you enjoy podcasts.
Welcome back. Final segment on a Monday, Jason Walker Show. Tomorrow, Katie Garson-Forba, Brandon Day will join us. Wednesday, Alex Eshelman, SWX Montana, sports reporter, ABC Fox Montana. Carson Bender from East Helena Girls will join us as well, head coach. No show Thursday. We'll be up in Great Falls calling Providence basketball, taking on Montana Tech at McLaughlin Center, and we'll be on SWX Montana for that. Hope you can tune in, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to getting back up to the MAC, McLaughlin Center. Looking at some other nominees for Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. How about the Montana State track team? Just setting records left and right. 3 of them. And a 4th was nearly broke at the Bobcat meet on Friday down at Worthington Arena. And Elena Carter, Capital product, shattered the 60-meter hurdle record in 8.48 seconds. And so she's in a tie for the school record with altitude-adjusted mark of 8.5 seconds. So that's pretty good. Congrats to Elena. Let's see, Macy White registered a time of 7.55 in the sprints. So that's another one that's record. Let's see, on the 3,000, Duncan Hamilton, holy cow. A season to remember. I mean, we just talked about him last week with Alex Eshelman. We'll probably talk about him again this week. But the Bozeman product did the 3,000 in 8 minutes, 5 seconds. 8 minutes, 5.48 seconds. His adjusted time of 7:48.20 is 6 seconds faster. And that was the MSU record. The facility record, he beat Weber State's Jeremy Tolman by over 9 seconds, set back in 2002 at the Fieldhouse. Man. So good stuff at Bobcat track going on, the indoor track and field going on right now. Let's see here. Haley Heward led the Lady Grizz to a big win over NAU. I think she hit 6 threes. And that is one of the few times that the Lady Grizz have had a player go over 6 or more triples. So big win there. Lady Grizz rolling. The Bobcat men, 5 straight road wins in the Big Sky. First time they've ever done that. You got Cats and Lady Grizz tonight in Bozeman on SWX, Montana. That'll be a good game. Chris Bider's on the call. Krista Redpath, Alex Eshelman as well. Let's see. Gardner's Pryor Orser played at MSUB. He's now the winningest coach at Colorado School of Mines history. So some good stuff. Helena Bighorns continue to roll. Matt Triplett got a win in the PBR. Chloe Thatcher put up 27 for the 15th ranked Rocky women in a win over Northern. Yeah, there's some great performances over the weekend. Maggie Voisin competing at the X Games, her 10th. Frenchtown snapping a losing skid with a win over East Helena. So there you go. Some performances of the week, but we're going to go with wrestling. Your Auto Contest Performance of the Week goes to 2-time state champ Carson Derosier, who set the Capitol High all-time winningest record mark for wrestling. He's now 124-7 overall in his high school career since his freshman year. And he's won 43 consecutive matches. He also won a national championship last summer. So Carson Derosier, the all-time winningest wrestler right now at Capitol, is our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. So congrats to Carson for that. Not the first time he's won it, and it probably won't be the last either. That kid's so good on the mats. Let's see here. I did see this, and it's kind of a bummer news. Dick Vitale is not going to be able to work the rest of the year for ESPN. He was diagnosed with dysplasia on the vocal cords, and so he's got to basically not talk and rest up. And so he's got to have surgery for the dysplasia and ulcerated lesions of the vocal cords, which is not something anybody who uses their voice for a living wants. So he will be off ESPN broadcast for the rest of the year. He's hoping to return next year. Of course, he came out and said he had cancer earlier this year. So Dickie V battling some issues, but he'll be back. If anybody will be back, it's Dick Vitale, right? Man, he's a legend. And he's like John Madden. You either love him or you hate it. Like, I love John Madden. I love Dickie V, but there's people that absolutely cannot stand Dick Vitale. And I don't get it. He's just so good. Maybe it's because of, he's got a little bias towards Duke, North Carolina, but yeah. Speaking of one more Auto Concepts nominee, I know we gave it to Carson Derosier, but Quinn Wolferman, congrats to winning X Games gold out of Missoula. What was that? The Knuckle Huck contest. So congrats down in Espn. I went to Espn one time, covered the X Games. That was fun. Got to talk to Lindsay Kildow, who's now known as Lindsay Vaughan. She had just won a cow overseas in a race, but she was fun to talk with. Got to interview the dude from, I can't remember his name, but he's married now to Bo Derek, but I got to talk to Bo Derek, which was pretty sweet. Vince Gill, Amy Grant were down there. That was fun. It was a fun weekend talking with folks. It was a lot of fun. It was cold, but it was a lot of fun. So there you go. Let's see. What else did we want to chat on before we wrap things up today? I think that's about it. There was some good stuff. All right, let's do our On This Day in History. It is brought to you by Pinkerton and Company, a combat veteran-owned company out of Wyoming. Now, Casey Pinkerton is a Montanan, born and raised. But he makes everything down in Wyoming with American leather, and it's built to last. If you want anything from a little wallet to a custom saddle and anything to purses, he'll do it. All products built to last. You can check him out on Facebook, Pinkerton CO. You can also go pinkertonleather.com and use the discount code MTSports10 and get a 10% discount on all products. Pinkerton and Company Leather. Fantastic, fantastic people. Today is Beer Can Appreciation Day on January the 24th, because on January the 24th, 1935, the first canned beer, Kruger's Cream Ale, was sold by American company Kruger Brewing Company. It is National Compliment Day. It is also National Peanut Butter Day. Chunky or creamy? Are you a chunky or creamy peanut butter fan? I love me some chunky. But we've been doing the creamy because of the little one. She loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, as long as you cut the crust off. But peanut butter is just good, right? But crunchy's the best, I think. This day in 1947, the NFL adds a fifth official back judge and allows sudden death in the playoffs. And I know overtime rules upsetting a lot of people this weekend, but at the end of the day, it's the rules. You deal with it. And had Buffalo gotten the ball first, Kansas City fans would be complaining. You just can't make NFL fans happy. Also, don't say we when you're talking about your teams. You don't play for them. You're not suited up. You never played it down for them. Don't say we when you're talking about your NFL team. Let's see, 1950, Jackie Robinson would sign the highest contract at the time in Dodger history, $35,000. It was on this date in 1982, Super Bowl 16, Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit. San Francisco 49ers beat the Cincinnati Bengals 26-21. You know, the 49ers and Bengals have played twice, both times in the Super Bowl, both times won by the Niners, and it could happen again. 1990, Pat Riley of the Lakers becomes the 13th and fastest coach to reach the 500 victory plateau. Riley at 500, 184, surpassed Don Nelson, who had won 500 games and 317 losses to reach the milestone. 1993 U.S. Men's Figure Skating Championship won by Scott Davis. Scott Davis, the Great Falls product. Born in Great Falls, Scott Davis. 1999, David Duval would eagle the 18th hole for a final round 59 to win the Bob Hope and becomes just the third player to fire a sub-60 on the PGA Tour, and I think the only one to do it in the final round. There's been others since. Annika Sorenstam shot a 59 once. Happy birthday, Jack Brickhouse, the great sportscaster, born on this date in 1916. Jack Brickhouse. Here's a connection. I have a connection to Jack Brickhouse. 3 degrees, right? So Jack Brickhouse worked and hung out with Chick Hearn in Peoria, Illinois, who hung out with a guy by the name of Dean Alexander in Illinois, Peoria. And then I used to work with Dean. And Dean gave me my first radio headset play-by-play. So I have a connection to Jack Brickhouse thanks to Chick Hearn and the great Dean Alexander. Brickhouse passed away in 1998. It is, speaking of Bobcat track, it is Shannon Butler's birthday, the great Shannon Butler, born on this date in 1967 in South Lake Tahoe, California, but competed at Montana State. Mary Lou Retton, the great gymnast, Olympic gold all-around in 84, born on this date, 1968. Neil Diamond, born on this date, 1941. Ted Bundy, executed on this date in 1989. Did you watch any of those documentaries that were out with Bundy? The one with Zac Efron on Netflix was pretty weird and creepy. Bundy was just a creepy dude. But he was executed on this date. So there you go. You don't have to worry about him anymore. Let's see. On this day in history, brought to you by Pinkerton Leather. Pinkerton and Company, a combat veteran-owned company out of Wyoming, but Casey Pinkerton, a Montanan through and through. Making everything from wallets to custom saddles with American leather. Use the discount code MTSports10 for a 10% discount on all products when you go to PinkertonLeather.com. Great sponsors on the show. Great support on this show from listeners, from fans, from viewers, from other media members, from coaches and players. So regardless of what you see or may not see on social media, people like this show. So there you go. What else did we want to get to? I think that was about it. We talked about the Montana State announcer being suspended. Mark Martello. Don't compare Portland. Don't compare a women's basketball team to Antifa if you want to keep your job. Not a good look there. So Zach Mackey will be on the call tonight for the Cats and the Lady Grizz. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Had a great barbecue po' boy Friday night from Cafe Zydeco. My wife and little one split the fried catfish basket with the New Orleans Cajun seasoning on it for the tater tots. So it was really good. Also got some beignets, and it was a great Friday night from Cafe Zydeco. So we appreciate them being there, and appreciate them being a sponsor, and love getting our meals there sometimes when I'm in the area, because I'm always in the area, so we eat there a lot. Cafe Zydeco, proud sponsor of the Jason Walker Show. All right, I think that's about it. Still battling this cough. I was told today by my doctor it could be like 8 more weeks of this cough. Thanks, respiratory viruses. Anyway, so there you go. Had a good show today. Thanks to Guy Almquist for joining us. And if you missed anything, you go to jasonwalkershow.com. That includes the opening of the show, where we talked a little bit about your team. If it's a college or professional team and you root for them and they lose, it's not the end of the world. And you don't have to go nasty on the social media and call Jason Walker Show a narcissistic snake. But you're lost, man. You're lost. Had fun today. I have fun every day, though. I love my life. I love what I do and respect the people that come on the show all the time. Love them. And love you, the listeners and the viewers. Again, JasonWalkerShow.com if you missed anything. Tomorrow, Katie Garson-Forba, Brandon Day. Who knows what else we'll chat about tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Did you hear this today?
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Joe Biden calling a reporter an SOB. I think I'm going to use that clip. I'm going to bring that clip out when talking about other stuff. Maybe not. We are presented by Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. See you tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.
What a stupid son of a bitch.